Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind New York Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind New York Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Glad to have you guys in the stream once again here tonight as we got WNBA action. Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, first game after the All-Star break as they are back tonight, taking on the Seattle Storm on the road for the Fever at Seattle Climate Pledge Arena in Washington. And Indiana, they have been rolling recently. They've won 2 straight games on the road. They've won 3 in a row, and they're 7-2 in their previous 9 games since June 27th. They're 8-4 in their last 12 games. And on the other side, Seattle right now ranks in last place in the WNBA, 6 straight losses. Last victory came 22 days ago, July 6th, against the LA Sparks, 82-64. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and welcome back in on the channel tonight. Fever looking to make a push up towards the top of the standings. Right now, they're 5th in the WNBA. 6-5 on the road. They're 17-10 overall. Seattle dead last in the league, 6-23 overall, 4-10 on their home floor with that 6-game losing streak. And without a key player tonight as well, Dominique Malonga, she had a team-high 28 points, 14 rebounds in the previous matchup 11 days ago on July 17th. That was at Indiana. The Fever won that game 110-107, and that was the matchup where Caitlin Clark dropped down a career-high 45 points. That turned out to be a franchise record, most ever points scored by a player in Indiana Fever history. And Caitlin Clark, she has been just lights out as of late. For her last 2 weeks, averaging around 30 points per game. She's averaging 30 points per game in the 2-game series against the Seattle going into this matchup against the Storm. Yeah, she is just on a tear. 33 points per game she's averaging, alongside 10 assists per game in the first 2 meetings against Seattle. First game, Clark dropped down a game-high 21 points, 10 assists in the first meeting, May 17th, Game 4 of the season, 89-78 at Indiana. And then the second meeting, 110-107 victory on July 17th, right before the All-Star break. But yeah, glad to have you guys on the channel tonight. We're going to be tipping off at around 4 minutes from now. And the Fever looking to see if they can keep on rolling. Kelsey Mitchell, number 2 in the WNBA, behind Asia Wilson in points per game, averaging above 23 points per game. Caitlin Clark having a humongous season, 4th in scoring, 2nd in assists per game, averaging 21 and 8 for points and assists per game this season. And then Aaliyah Boston, career best from 3-point range at the top of the WNBA, shooting 45+% from 3, leading all players from 3 this year. She's drilled, taken a huge step up from the perimeter to where she was before from 3-point range for her. But that trio just lights out. Plus you add in Sophie Cunningham off the bench, and the Fever right now the number 1 offense in the league, 95.5 points per game for them. They're lighting it up from 3. They average 10 made threes per game, number 2 in the league, 38% from 3. They're the top 3-point shooting team in the association. On the other side, I was looking at the stats for Seattle. Usually a team that's like dead last, usually they have some like bad stats to go along with it or so, but it wasn't really like the stats or so that was like bad. They just haven't been able to string together victories for them as of late. Shockingly, they're the best perimeter shooting unit for Seattle this season. Their key player to watch out for is Flau'jae Johnson, ranking inside the top 5 in points per game, rebounds per game, blocks per game, steals per game, and double-doubles in franchise history for a player for the Seattle Storm. Going to tip off in around 5 minutes and 20 seconds from now for this game. Hey, what's good, Jeffrey? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining back in. Wow. Yeah, I just saw the guy who they traded for. I guess he's going to the he's going to the IL right now. Just fractured his wrist. So yeah, he got hit by a pitch yesterday. Devastating. Fractured his wrist. Only going to the 10-day injured list. And Red Sox been on a roll lately. I think, yeah, they had 15 straight last week, like a week ago or so. They were trying to get the franchise record at 16, and they were one short in that second one in the doubleheader last week. Fever come in 8.5-point favorites tonight on the line. This is an interesting game here. Fever have played two closer games against Seattle. Fever won by 3 in a shootout, 110-107. Fever won the first meeting, 89-78. So 2 games determined by 11 and 4. I think these are going to hit tonight. Caitlin Clark, who's averaging 33 points per game in the series, I think she's going over 20.5. Like, she's had humongous games, especially against bad competition. Like, Connecticut, the last game she played 3 quarters, and she dropped down 27 through 3 quarters for her. So against bad competition, she has been able to thrive. I like Caitlin Clark to go over 20.5 points today. Also like her in the threes at over 2.5 for her. I'm kind of shocked to see that number quite low for her, but Caitlin Clark drilling 5 threes in back-to-back games for her. She had 5 against Connecticut. She had 6 against Seattle on July 17th. And then Clark over 8.5 assists as well. She's been double digits last couple of games in assists. 11 against Connecticut, 10 against Seattle. Yeah, she's been just driving upon some of the bottom barrel teams she has gone off against. Hey, what's good, Bradley? Welcome in. Thanks for joining back in, bud. I saw there was like odds tonight for like any player to score 30 plus points. I think we're gonna have one tonight, either Clark or Mitchell. Somebody's gonna pop off for 30 in this game. And then the Fever over 97.5. That was another one that caught my eye. You look at like the last like span of games that the Fever have played. This is what they put up for points totals. 123, 108, 110. They had a dud against Golden State. Put up just 75, and then 109 against Vegas. They're putting up big point totals for them recently. They're the #1 offense in the league, but they're coming off a franchise record of 123 before the break against Connecticut. And they had 3 players playing the All-Star game over the weekend. They should be fresh coming right out of the gate in this game. They had their key players playing the All-Star game, and now they're back. And it shouldn't really be like a shake off the cobwebs type game for them, because they're playing against a team that's ranked dead last in the league without their key player tonight, and they should take advantage of this matchup and go off. Gonna tip off in just a moment. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, NBA Countdown crew was saying Indiana has the second best schedule remaining in terms of the easiest schedules left to go. So right now they're trying to see if they can make that push into the top of the standings for them. Right now they're in 5th in the WNBA. They keep on making the move up. They were like mid-pack, like around like 8th or 9th, like the first month of the season, made the push all the way up to 5th. Janet, what's good? Welcome in. Glad to have you in the stream. Yeah, definitely. That's their Achilles heels, the turnovers. Just got to take care of the basketball, and they should be fine in tonight's game. Yeah, I was going through that 45-point game of the box score. Caitlin Clark, the franchise record last time she played against Seattle, she had 10 assists to go along with those 45 points, 11 for 18 from the floor, 6 made threes. And thing that really stood out, she went to the free throw line a ton of times. She went 17 for 19 at the line in that game. It's just a crazy amount of free throws that she got in that matchup. Hopefully we'll have better flow in this game tonight instead of tons of fouls that happened. Yeah, I saw that last week. Some key people. Yeah, Carl Ravitch was one of them. Got fired from ESPN. Just stunning. Yeah, that's not going to be the same. SEC basketball, the SEC tournament, and then also he had done the baseball coverage before. He was the main commentator for the Little League World Series. They have the Little League World Series coming up like a month from now. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, Monique Billings, Aaliyah Boston, starting five for Indiana, going up against Natisha Heidemann, Flau'jae Johnson, Jada Melbourne, Jordan Horston, and Awa Pham, the starting five for Seattle. Fever tonight with the red jerseys, white numbers, white letters. They are on the road. The first game after the All-Star break, going right to left for Indiana. Seattle going left to right. Dark green jerseys, white numbers, white letters. As the ball gets tipped towards the Indiana side in the backcourt, we're on their way. Caitlin Clark with opening possession. Clark passes midcourt, bounce past Boston into the hands to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell lobbed to Boston, top of the key. Hand off Mitchell at the wing, 10 on the shot clock. Kelsey Mitchell slides it off to Clark, comes off the screen, takes the three, makes the three from downtown. Caitlin Clark, perfect 1 for 1 from the floor from three-point range to light it up again tonight. Opening possession for Seattle, Flau'jae Johnson. Moves it off to the top, into the hands to Jane Melbourne. Takes on Clark towards the right, brings along the doubles. Boston comes alive, and the pass broken up and intercepted. Boston with a steal. Up ahead finds Clark. She'll slow it down. Caitlin Clark flings it down low. Boston. Mid-block. Boston. Turnaround shot. Bounced off the mark. Offensive rebounds by Billings. Billings goes up. Billings gets fouled. And that is on Awa Pham, who picks up the personal number 11. So 2 free throws coming up here at the line by Monique Billings. That's a hungry rebound at the offensive glass for Billings. Yeah, that's like the last game. Like they were out hustling Connecticut by a landslide and crushed them on the glass. Had a big game in the offensive rebound column that matchup. First free throw is good. Yeah, that was a nightmare matchup for Connecticut. They ranked dead last in points per game, and the Fever are the top team in points per game. The Seattle team, shockingly, is not that bad statistically wise. Kind of like mid-pack with a lot of stuff, but not like anything that sticks out as terrible for them. Storm with possession. Both of the free throws were good at the line by Billings. Jumper at the wing for Seattle. No good. Skipped around the rim and out. Rebound control by Billings. Fever have possession. Caitlin Clark past the midcourt logo. Bounce pass on top. Boston dribbles up, drives inside the key. Runner got the 2. Aaliyah Boston, patient possession there. Could have popped up, took the 3, but instead, dribble drive, attacked inside the paint, got the float game going. A nice pass, backdoor cutter, scored 5-23. Jane Melbourne finds Jordan Horston cutting to the hoop, scoring the layup. Caitlin Clark towards her left around the perimeter. Swings it off to Boston. Pops up. Jumper straight away. No good. Missed off the mark. Rebound. Controlled by Horston for the Storm. Here through the first 2 minutes of action so far. Seattle circling their way inside the key with Heidemann. Heidemann puts up the shot. Scores it. 4-zip run right back for the Storm. Clark had it poke loose out of bounds, and it went off of Flau'jae Johnson. Inbound, Boston, back to Clark. Deep range 3 off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Billings, shovel pass, Clark. Clark working low block. Bounce pass, underneath, cutting to the hoop. It's good. Up and it off the window by Billings. Monique Billings tonight's everywhere on the floor. Already 2 offensive rebounds, now a trailing play leading to the layup. What a start by her tonight. Storm with a possession. Jane Melbourne towards her left, fires the bullets. At the low block, finds Pham. Awal Pham, bounce pass off to Johnson. Baseline dribble takes on Boston. Jumper, baseline, connects on the 2. A tough shot right there by Flau'jae Johnson to knock it down. Clark, handoff to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell looking to get into the scoring column. Sends it off to Billings. Billings off the pivot. Ball got poked loose. Got it back at the baseline. Billings jumper. Off the back heel misfire. Tip to Hall. Offensive rebound. Stepped out of bounds though. So it's going to be Seattle ball. Good hustle all over the floor tonight. Should be a big game if the Fever aren't hitting their shots, which they're electric offensively. Even if they're not making their shots, they should have the upper hand tonight in the glass. Seattle's without their top rebounder in this game tonight. Storm just tied it up with a 3. Natisha Heidemann lets it rain from the perimeter. Yeah, that was the guy they get at the trade deadline. So I saw he's going to the injured reserve. I think 10-day injured reserve he's going to. Mitchell, jumper, deep too. Skipped around the rim and out. Broke it up out of bounds. Went off Heidemann. Wow, they get everything going right now for these 50-50 balls and rebounds. Fever just super hungry so far today. Inbound underneath Mitchell. Couldn't finish at the rim. Rebounds. Back over to the Storm as they take it up the floor. Seattle attacking. Blocked by Boston. Not clean though. Got fouled. And Flau'jae Johnson will shoot 2 at the line. Hey, what's good, Charliso? Welcome back in. Yeah, Red Sox on the West Coast. Guess they're playing in the minor league stadium before they move to Vegas. First shot's good. First lead in the night for Seattle. Second one bounced off the rim. Lexi Hall collects the defensive board. 10-2 run right now, but the Storm lasts 2.5 minutes. Caitlin Clark dribbles, drives inside the key, goes up, contacted, fouled. And 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. That was quite heavy there. Yeah, no extracurricular activities after the whistle. That was quite heavy with a foul by number 4, Flau'jae Johnson. But yeah, just trying to play defense. Nothing an incidental or anything. First free throw is good by Clark. Yeah, that's just straight up defense there by Flau'jae Johnson. So it's nothing dirty for that last play. Hey, what's good, George in the stream? Welcome in. Hope all is going well, man. Natisha Heidemann sends it on top, popping up for a 3 for Seattle. Missed off the back rim as Clark controls the defensive rebound off the miss by Pham. Sends it off to Lexi Hall. Hall bounce pass underneath Boston, right past the defense, and fouled by Awal Pham. So 2 free throws coming up by Boston. That's Pham's second personal foul tonight. Which shot's good. Second free throw is good. Leah Boston really taking off this year. Fourth career All-Star nod coming off All-Star weekend on Saturday. Seattle, tons of dribbling around the perimeter with Heidemann. Sends it cross-court to Melbourne. Outside in a 3. Missed off the mark, no good by Seattle. And the rebound controlled by Hall. Racing up the floor now with Boston. Lexi Hall. Hand off to Clark. Caitlin Clark taking over so far. Runner at the elbow. Swoosh. Caitlin Clark, 2 more. Man, she is just too good. 7 points by Caitlin Clark in the first 5 minutes of action, finding the gap right past the defense. Jaden Melbourne shooting right to the hoop, scores the layup. Clark had it poke loose to the backcourt. Man team by Indiana, lobs it off to Boston. Aaliyah Boston towards her right at the wing, takes it inside to keep Boston attacking, surging to the rim, scores the 2. Holy smokes, Aaliyah Boston shooting right out of a cannon. Get out of my way right there for those 2 defenders. 6 points by Boston. 13 combined between Clark and Boston. Under 4.5 left to go in the first. Indiana picks up the reach and follow. We're going to stop time here on the floor. Looks like we're going to cut to commercial break or not. We got just under 4.5 left to go. Yeah, they're going to cut to commercial break right now. 4:26 left to go, first quarter. Man, Caitlin Clark in a groove. Yeah, she is looking unstoppable lately. 7 points in 5 minutes tonight. She had 45 the last time she played against this team. 2 assists, plus a rebound. Boston with 6. Billings has 4. Billings has been hungry. She's got 2 offensive boards, 3 rebounds total. Kelsey Mitchell yet to score so far tonight. Still a long way left to go in this game. Lexi Hall with 0 as well. Sophie Cunningham yet to play tonight, coming off the bench, but she's got some good history against the Seattle team where she's been able to make an impact for her. She had 15 points in the first meeting in May. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now on the timeout. Yeah, probably like 2.5 weeks before like the start of the NBA schedule gets released. Because now LeBron signed with Philly. So that was a shocker. Just stacked starting 5 that Philadelphia has. I heard that LeBron's going to be living in New York. So he's going to be living in New York City, taking his helicopter to Philadelphia. Yeah, just insane starting 5 that they got. Celtics gave away NBA Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. I mean, that's I couldn't believe that when it first happened. I'm just praying that the season goes well and that it all makes sense because the fan in me absolutely hated it at first. I'm a couple weeks in afterwards. I started to like watch other people talk about it or so. It started to make a little bit more sense, but we'll see what happens because I think the defense for the Celtics is going to be really good this year, but the offense, that could be a question mark. Defense that's going to be really good is the Patriots defense. Just went to training camp on Sunday, and their defense is loaded this year. Hey, what's good? Ride Dog in the stream. Welcome in, man. Yeah, that's right. The Hall of Fame game. I think it's next week. I don't think I saw July in the schedule. It's next Thursday, August 6th. So we're still in July. Friday's July 31st. Yeah, they usually have it like the last day of July for like the Hall of Fame game usually, but this year is August 6th, which is that's good because seeing football in July is just so weird for like the first ever preseason game to pop up. 2 shots coming up at the line for Seattle. They just got fouled getting back into action. First shot is good. That's Flau'jae Johnson. Second free throw is good. Billings in the floor alongside Mitchell Clark. Sophie Cunningham, first time in the courts. And Michaela Timpson got the bucket plus the foul. And the one covered up at the free throw line for Indiana. Monique Billings off the handoff found Kelsey Mitchell. Turned the corner, attacked the defense, tough finish plus the foul. So Kelsey Mitchell now on the board. And the free throw is good. 20-14. Kelsey Mitchell, fourth WNBA All-Star nod of her career over the weekend. Storm with possession. Natisha Heidemann sends it off to Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson driving, attacking, downhill to the cup, no good off the glass. Rebound controlled by the Fever with Timpson. Cunningham, lob, low block into the hands to Billings. Billings off inside the key. Puts it up and scores up and off the window. Can move right past one defender inside the low post. Monique Billings up to 6 tonight so far. Hand off to Heidemann. Heidemann at the right baseline. Bumped into, followed by Mitchell. She picks up the reach-in. Hey, there you go, Jeffrey. That's awesome, man. Yeah, yesterday was a really nice day outside. Tomorrow, not so much. Actually, there's been tornadoes like crazy lately. There's like a devastating one in Wisconsin yesterday. Yeah, on my lunch break, I tuned into one of the weather guys on YouTube, and he was going through like a bunch of tornadoes on the ground in Illinois yesterday. I think they were on the ground today out in like Maryland, Pennsylvania. Missed jumper by Seattle. And there's a loose ball foul attached to this on the Storm. This is going to send the Fever to the free throw line. They're in a bonus. Sophie Cunningham, 2 shots. First one's good. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's great. Maybe photography could be like a side gig for you or something. Especially you live in like the prime location for that too. So many great photo shoot opportunities out in the ocean. Missed layup at the rim by Seattle. Fever have the basketball back. Clark sends it off to Cunningham. Pulls up from deep. Sophie Cunningham, a long range, drills the 3. Start a run away with this game right now. 10-zip run by the Fever. 27-14. Seattle in trouble. Skip pass. Corner 3 for the Storm. A swoosh. That stops the bleeding. Gets buried by Stephanie Dolson. That was a huge shot there from the corner. Hand off to Clark. Lobs it off to the roller. Billings underneath. Draws the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Monique Billings. And Cunningham tonight is in the groove. That was a 28-foot 3 that she just made. Two free throws by Billings. First one's good. Fever came to play tonight. They are on fire. Just an absolute scoring machine for them. 57% from the floor tonight. 8 for 14 shooting. 2 for 4 from 3. Caitlin Clark started off the game with a 3 off the opening possession. And Sophie Cunningham just drilled a 28-foot 3. Second free throw is good. And they can make their free throws as well. They are perfect right now as a team at the line. 11 for 11 on free throws. Storm with possession, number 22. That was with Tiana Mayer, who is on the court, and they just scored. And a turnover by Clark in the backcourt kept it alive with Jordan Horsted outside to her teammate taking a three. No good off the mark. Missed by Dolson. Tipped up to the Fever with a defensive rebound. Tyasha Harris up the court. Finds Cunningham. Corner three. Oh, she got another one. Sophie Cunningham in the groove tonight. 32-19 for the Fever. 90 seconds and under left to go in the first. Buck. Jumper. Blocked going up by Timpson. Racing up the floor. Cunningham with another three. Buries it. Sophie Cunningham in the groove in this game tonight. Timeout by Seattle. The block leading the transition bucket. Cunningham, horizon fire from the corner. Nothing but net hits bottom. Man, they are looking good. Sophie Cunningham on fire. 11 points off the bench. Perfect. 3 for 3 from the perimeter. All right, 1:16 left to go. This is the opening quarter. They put up 35 in the first quarter. Just insane. Yeah, this is nothing new. This Fever team has been doing this all over the court this season. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, I saw that, Jeffrey, because I went to their website to see if I can get some rosters today, and I saw they had posted the article about the new head coach. It's interesting. They call him the men's basketball head coaching chair, so that's how they use it for their title of the position is a coaching chair instead of just head coach. It's like he came from Stanford though, as an associate. That's good. Getting a Power 5 experience. Always great. Couple missed shots by Seattle coming back to action. Rebounded by Raven Johnson. Up the floor going quickly. Clark pushing tempo. Clark attacking the paint. Clark right to the rim. And not going to count it, but she was bumped into in transition and fouled. So, Caitlin Clark, 51 seconds left. Going to head to the free throw line, shoot two. As the defense for Seattle, unaware of their surroundings, bumping into Caitlin Clark, picking up the foul. Wow, they're just so automatic tonight, the free throw line. First one's good. Second one right down the middle. Absolute annihilation right now. Caitlin Clark, 9 points, 4 for 4 at the free throw line, plus 4 assists. Storm in deep trouble. Struggling to score. Jumper, 15-foot pull-up, no good off the mark, ripped away. Off the rim by Timpson with a defensive board. Clark at the wing, taking on one defender, working on Katie Lou Samuelson. Dribbles right past her. Runner, high off the mark, no good. Tipped up to Samuelson for the defensive board. 20 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. They're going to slow it down. Flau'jae Johnson at the wing. Under 10 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Driving up to the elbow, and Clark almost came in with a steal. Bumped in and picked up the reach and foul. Wow, that was close. She thought it was completely clean here. They're going to show a replay of this. Wow. That was Zia Cook number 7 off the dribble. Stephanie White, not too fond of that call there. It's going to send Seattle to the free throw line shooting 2. Yeah, Clark having some words right now to the officials about that call as well. Better be careful. First one is good. Yeah, because she's got 7 technicals currently, and one more would force that suspension. Second shot, Cook no good off the mark. Clark controls the defensive rebound. And outlet pass at the buzzer. Cunningham no good off the mark. Had the right idea to it. Off the baseball pass off the outlet by Caitlin Clark. Went all the way full court, right past the D, but Sophie Cunningham, the turnaround jumper for a mid-range shot, just a little bit too high off glass. 37-20 at the end of the first quarter. The Fever right now tearing it up through 1. Wow, they're really getting into the groove tonight. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, Jeffrey. Good to hear that the dog's safe, though. Sophie Cunningham, X Factor so far this game. Perfect 3 for 3 from 3. Lighting it up from the floor. 4 minutes, 11 points, plus 12 in the court. Caitlin Clark, 9 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, plus 17, leading all players today. Monique Billings, a plus 16, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Super hungry. She's got 2 offensive rebounds for Billings. Kelsey Mitchell with 3. Interesting stat line is that Aaliyah Boston's yet to grab a rebound. 6 points, no boards, no assists. Does have a steal. Top scorer, top rebounder tonight, not playing for Seattle. So they are without Dominique Malonga in this matchup tonight, averaging around 17 and 8 for points and rebounds. Seattle led by Flau'jae Johnson, Natisha Heidemann, each with 5. Quick scoreboard update. Washington Mystics picked up a victory over the Connecticut Sun, 92-84. Minnesota Lynx, they are rolling, topping the Toronto Tempo tonight, 100-93. Yeah, right now, Fever coming to play 56% from the floor in the opening quarter, 10 for 18 shooting. They're 4 for 6 from 3. Big stat line so far is that they've drilled every single one of their free throws. I mean, that's incredible for a WNBA team. Perfect 13 for 13 at the free throw line. And just one turnover so far, which is key for them. They have struggled with a turnover bug this season, but both teams only just one turnover each. Fever are crushing the Storm tonight on the glass. 13-4 in rebounds. Big difference shooting percentage. 56% Indiana. Seattle, tough time making their jumpers at just 39%. Storm good to go left to right on the floor. It's about to get back to action here tonight. Seattle will start off the opening possession to begin quarter number 2. Jade Melbourne Slides it outside to Katie Lou Samuelson. Into the hands to Heidemann. Heidemann at the wing. Dribbles up to the low block. Shovel pass. Underneath. Cutting backdoor and scoring up and in off the window. Flau'jae Johnson with 2 more. Leads the way for the team with 7. Cunningham. Slides it outside. Popping up on a 3. Reynolds in the triple. That is buried by Aaliyah Boston. 9 points tonight by Boston. Indiana. 5 for 8 from 3-point range. A rapid-fire start tonight. Storm with possession. J. Melbourne sends it outside. A jumper at the wing. No good off the back rim. Long rebound. The first of the night controlled by Boston. Cunningham moves it off to Boston. Boston dribbles. Boston attacks. Right down the middle. Scores the buckets. Slicing defenders right to the rim. For 2 more for Boston. That is double figures for her tonight. She's got 11. Corner 3, Seattle. The wheels just falling off. They cannot hit anything. Put back chance, no good off the glass too long. They came up with another rebounds. Jade Melbourne fires it down low, having position underneath, and that time they score. So it took them the third opportunity. Wafam able to score inside the low post, their first bucket in the night. Timpson has position right past her defender, Katie Lou Samuelson, to the cup for 2. Yeah, they are on fire tonight for Indiana. Bounce pass, cutter, backdoor. Got some scoring going on right now. Jade Melbourne up and in off the window, assisted by Heidemann. Approaching the 8-minute mark left to go before halftime. A jumper mid-range, no good off the turnaround, missed by Cunningham. Rebound controlled by Samuelson. Storm with possession. Melbourne sends it outside. Heidemann on a 3, no good off the mark. Battle for the rebound, tipped up to Cunningham. As the Fever have it back. Sophie Cunningham able to send it off to Harris. Harris had possession. We got a whistle and a foul away from the play. It is charged to Seattle. Near side front court, Tyasha Harris, the inbound passer, into the hands to Boston. Finds Harris. Harris towards her left off the dribble. Dribbles, drives right down the lane inside. And blocked to the bounce. Wow, she thought she had the gap right there attacking. Right on number 11, Awa Pham. And at the last moment, Pham came in. Blocked her out of bounds. Inbound goes to Cunningham. Cunningham bobbled it, kept it alive in the corner. Cunningham went wide and turned it over. So just ran out of real estate there off a botch possession, bobbled it in the corner, tried a reverse course, and then stepped out of bounds after going wide off the dribble. Storm going for a mid-range pull-up, bounced in. Tough bucket going down by Natisha Heidemann. 16-point game. Around the 7-minute mark left to go. And the turnover bug is starting to take control right now. And that's not a good sign for Indiana. They've turned it over twice in a row and got rejected by the bottom part of the backboard. Was Melbourne of Seattle. Fever with numbers up the floor, 5 and 4. There's a player away from the play who's down, and the refs will blow the whistle and stop the time here as Heidemann was down just for an injury checkup here. Fever get the inbound. Under 7 minutes left to go before halftime. Caitlin Clark back on the floor. Bad pass looking for Boston. It's a turnover. That's now 3 turnovers in a row. They're 4th as a team. Baseline dribble from Melbourne. Good defense there by Mitchell. Had to get warded back. She sent it out to the wing. Flau'jae Johnson off the crossover. Johnson dribbles inside the key. Bounce pass underneath. Back to Johnson. Johnson, tough shot, no good. Off a one-hand runner and broke it up on the bounds. Last touch by Heidemann. It's going to go right back over to the Fever. Hey, what's good? Doug the Viking in the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. Caitlin Clark's possession. Broken up on the bounds. It will stay Fever ball. Yeah, good question. I'm not sure if there's a way to attach pictures on the YouTube chat. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that they've never done before is attach pictures. Billings scores up and off the window back door. Just another assist for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark racking up 4 assists so far tonight. As Samuelson gets it away on top. Fahm with a 3 missed off the rim short for Seattle. Rebound controlled by Mitchell. Racing up the floor now with Clark. Clark bounce pass found Boston. Boston off the pivot. No good off the glass. Rebound back to Seattle with Mackenzie Holmes, number 54. Storm slow it down. It's been all Indiana so far tonight in this game. Jade Melbourne fires a bullet inside the key. Heidemann kick out corner. Broken up on the bounds by Hall. And the defense tonight swarming for Indiana. Like they're a bottom tier defense in the league, but they look fresh tonight for them. They know that now they're in the second half of the season. We saved their energy, conserving it, and now they're tearing it up. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just put my email out in the chat there, Doug. So feel free to send it over to my email. All right, right now in the timeout, Fever rolling tonight in this game. They are locking up the Storm. Storm are just 2 for 12 from 3-point range. Yeah, things going pretty well this summer. Hasn't been too bad of a summer. We had like a heat wave back on like the 4th of July, but not a bad summer at all. Been getting like a lot of stuff done for myself. Yeah, the location where I stream, it might look different in the future, probably within like the next year or two. Yeah, me and my girlfriend, we've been we're trying to see if we can go to some open houses and stuff, and seeing if we can move in together, get our first home together. Definitely once the start of the season comes back, definitely gonna help out, keep the channel rolling. I think the NBA is gonna like release the schedule. I think like mid-August they release it. Yeah, I've been super like healthy or so, like getting exercise every single day, doing like 10,000 steps per day. Um there's this mobile app that I have, and I enrolled in the league. And it's like an app, and they put you in different leagues depending on how many steps you do. You can like advance to different leagues. So I just started it like 3 weeks ago. It's pretty cool. Keeps me healthy. Been going outside a lot. Seattle just drilled the three off the inbound. That's by Heidemann. She's got 10. Kelsey Mitchell on the floor alongside Boston, Clark, Holt, and Billings. Boston, hand off to Clark. Bounce pass looking for Boston, and Boston is down, and Boston's injured. That's not what you want to see there. Trying to roll to the hoop, and she got completely taken out. And there's a mop crew person right now on the court, cleaning up a spot. This does not look good. This could possibly be an ACL right now for Aaliyah Boston, and that's the centerpiece for the team there, right down the middle. Just big time rebounder, and gonna need a rim protection come playoff time, and this does not look good. Damn. This does not look good. That's a devastating. She got her. Oh, wow. She's actually pointing to her right knee. She had her bottom left ankle taken out by a Seattle defender. They were going for the pick and roll between her and Clark. Clark had it at the top. She set the screen, then rolling down, and then the Seattle defender stumbled and got her in like the lower ankle on the left ankle, but then when she fell, she was holding her right knee. And that is not a good sign. Yeah, I fear that could possibly be an ACL. That's not good. Prayers up for Aaliyah Boston. She's just so critical to this team for her. She's coming off like by far career best for her this season from three. She's been outstanding on the offensive side of the floor. She was putting up big numbers, like 17 and 8 per night for her. This is not a good sign for the top rebounder on the team if she has to miss like a significant chunk of time. Such a key player, because they had so much balance between her in the front court and then Clark and Mitchell in the back court. I mean, they had so much balance, and this is not good. What's good, Warren in the stream? Welcome in. Yeah, I think the Patriots going to have another good season. I went to training camp on Sunday. Defense looking really good. Yeah, Drake May only went 6 for 12, but the defense is so much more ahead of the offense, which is odd because the wide receiving core is super stacked. Like AJ Brown, they got Romeo Dobbs. So they got those two new guys that came in. If everything goes according to plan, like May and Brown, that could look like Brady and Boss, like back in the late 2000s. I heard some tension between Keyshawn Booty, I guess. He wants to get traded because the wide receiver room is so much deeper now that I think he wants to get traded. They still got Pop Douglas, Efton Chisholm. He was like he didn't play much last year, but a lot of fans loved what they were seeing out of Efton Chisholm. Kyle Williams. I was listening to the sports radio a couple of days ago. They were saying that Kyle Williams is going to be like the odd guy out. He possibly could get cut. I don't see that. I think you get out of a sophomore leap for them. And then Hunter Henry is the tight end. They got a bunch of pass catchers this year. It's interesting because you look back at like 2 years ago, the Patriots had nobody for like wide receivers. Like nobody could get separation, and that's how it was for years. Like starting with like the COVID year, like once like basically like even before COVID, like 2018, 2019, all the way to like 2020, 2024. Like none of those wide receiver guys could get separation, and finally they got like a bunch of guys that can do it now and catch passes. We get back to action. Devastating news. Aaliyah Boston underneath the tunnel going to the locker room. Jumper, no good off the mark. Missed by a hole. Offensive rebound controlled by Billings. That was Timpson, number 21, begging my pardon, who came up with a board. Clark. Lob looking for Billings off the top of her hands, got picked off. Stolen by Heidemann. Heidemann up the floor, leaning forward, scores the 2 over Hall. Got to be careful right now for Indiana, starting to make a run for Seattle. Clark able to close that run. Bang, bang, Caitlin Clark, step back 3 in transition. This is what happens when a key player goes down, the superstar steps up. And Caitlin Clark absolutely did just that on that last possession. Just about 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Awafam working their way on Timpson, bouncing bodies, turnaround jumper, sticks it. Getting it to the mid-range there, 13-foot J. Going down by Fam. Pass broken up, picked off by Seattle. Seattle up the floor, one defender to beat. It's Clark. Clark stripped it to keep the possession alive, but they had a 2-on-1 and they score with Melbourne. Pass midcourt with Timpson. Michaela Timpson looking for a player here around the perimeter. Bounce pass into the hands to Lexi Hall. Lobs it off to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell, 8 in the shot clock. Towards her right, finds Hall. Pops up with a 3 straight away. Too long off the mark. Offensive rebound controlled by Timpson. Off to Mitchell. Mitchell driving. Mitchell inside. Mitchell contacted. Gets fouled. And 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, I was looking over the over-under projected totals today for like the NFL. The Patriots and the ESPN predictor picked at just 9.5 wins for this year. That seems like awfully low. Like, I know they played the weakest schedule last year in the league, but I think they're capable of going like around like 11 or 12 wins this year for them. I don't see them under or at 9 and under this season. I don't see them being a 9-8 team. We're going to go into a timeout right now. 3:08 left to go before halftime. Let's see if there's any news on Aaliyah Boston. Looked like a really bad injury. In a bunch of pain. Aaliyah Boston exited to the locker room. Apparent right knee injury. Nothing yet. Yeah, I just got them. That's awesome. Wow, that's great, man. We are down to 3:08 left to go for halftime here. Looks like the last play is under review. According to the officials, they ruled it Jade Melbourne shooting foul. So it's on Seattle. Seattle's challenging this foul on Jade Melbourne. Wow, that's awesome. That's great. So Mitchell off the drive inside the key, going up to put the shot over Melbourne. Oh, that's a heavy left elbow. Referees rolled it a shooting foul on Melbourne, and they have reversed it. Call got overturned. Yeah, that's the correct call there. Kelsey Mitchell, offensive foul, throwing out the left elbow around the nose area to Melbourne, and Seattle has the basketball back. Game's starting to get interesting right now. They're down by 12. They can cut it to single digits with a 3, put themselves winning 10 with a 2. Turnaround shot inside the key. They got it a drop. And right now we got ourselves a game. Awal Pham able to make the jumper. She's got 6. Mitchell. Bounce pass cross court into the hands to Clark at the left wing. Caitlin Clark dribbles up to the elbow. Jumper deep 2 off the rim short to rebound. Snatched by Heidemann. Here goes Seattle racing up the floor. The Storm kick it out to the baseline. Flau'jae Johnson taking on Clark. Dribbles inside the key. Sends it off to her teammate going backdoor up and then off the glass scoring the 2. Jordan Horston with a layup. It's an 8-point game. 8-zip run by Seattle all of a sudden. And the largest lead, which was by 20 for the Fever, has evaporated down to 8. Mitchell, tough shot, no good. Offensive rebound, put back. Right place, right time. Up and it off the glass by Billings. Monique Billings right on the spot. Seattle 10 for 19 this quarter. Fever 6 for 13. Fever having a lot of turnover issues. And Billings picks up the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the line for the Storm. So this is Jordan Horston, who will shoot 2. And the first one missed. Second shot by Horston is good. Racing up the floor, Mitchell stops in the dime, pulls the trigger on the 3, no good off the rim. A rebound secured by the Storm. Up the court with Heidemann and a reach and follow charge to Indiana. So it's the bonus right now for Seattle. First free throw, no good. Around the rim and out, missed by Heidemann. Second shot bounced in. Back to an 8-point game. Caitlin Clark right now on the floor alongside Mitchell, Billings, Timpson, and Cunningham, and the ball poked loose right out of the hands. Michaela Timpson picked off by Seattle. Up the courts, attacking the rim, and no good. Couldn't finish. Putback chance dropped out by Awal Fam, but she'll have free throws coming up. And that started by the dribble drive attack, led by Flau'jae Johnson out in transition. Two free throws at the line. This is going to be Johnson, so she was fouled on the initial shot before Fam tried to go up and go in for the putback for the offensive rebound. First one's good. Second free throw right down the middle. 6-point game. Largest lead was the Fever by 20. And they turned it over. Caitlin Clark couldn't keep it in the court of play. Seattle has it right back. Wow, this is starting to get out of control right now for Indiana. Struggling with a turnover bug. All of a sudden, Caitlin Clark just and keep it out in front. She was hounded defensively down the far side by Flau'jae Johnson and unhappy about that previous call. Timeout on the court. They get the green light special on, and this is being challenged by Stephanie White. So Indiana is challenging the turnover by Caitlin Clark. Let's see. Flau'jae Johnson in the backcourt pressuring Clark. Ooh. Did Clark kick that out of bounds there? Clark signaling the challenge. She thought it was kicked out of bounds by Johnson. I want to see the replay once again to confirm this one. That's a tough one. Yeah, you can't really see in that floor cam. There's too much foot traffic. Previous cam should have it. Just needs to be slowed down a little bit more to make sure that they get that right on points. But if this stands, it's going to be Seattle ball. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point game. Yeah, that's out by Clark. That's off Caitlin Clark. She kicked it. She clearly kicked this ball. Ooh. That camera angle is interesting. The right. Ooh. Oh, actually, maybe not. The right shoe. That might have went off the right shoe there. Yeah, that's a different camera angle. Right shoe of Flau'jae Johnson coming in on that last camera angle was the one that we saw. The first one looked like it was clearly out by Clark, and then the second one looked like it was the right shoe of Flau'jae Johnson that came in. So this is going to be interesting based on those cameras, how they're going to make sure to sync this up and get it properly. That second camera that was shown, that looked like it was the right shoe of Flau'jae Johnson, which kicked it out. Which would explain because it's heading towards that way, the sideline, which is the way the shoe that Johnson was going. If Caitlin Clark had kicked it, it probably would have went straight, whereas Johnson was coming in at an angle towards the side. It got kicked towards the scorer's table. Yeah, so Indiana won the challenge. Yep, so that last replay saved the Fever there. Flau'jae, yeah, that's the best one yet, the one from behind. That's off of Flau'jae Johnson. Clearly. Yeah, she's coming in from the left side, going from left to right, and she kicked it as it went out of bounds towards the scorer's table. So great challenge, one right there by Stephanie White. Inbound to the backcourt goes to Clark. Take it on Johnson. Bounce pass out to the wing. To the hands to Billings. Monique Billings towards her right off the dribble. Hand off to Clark. Clark, 8 in the timer. We're down to 1 minute left to go before halftime. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell dribbles up inside the Kia. Drives. Runner scores the 2. Kelsey Mitchell, strong bucket downhill to the cup. 8-point lead for the Fever. Heidemann inside the key with a left hand finishes right over Billings with a deuce. And that's a tough bucket by Natisha Heidemann. Clark attacking the paint. Clark right to the rim as scores the layup. Able to drive right past the D there for Caitlin Clark. Just made it look easy. Going to get back defensively for Seattle. Heidemann Jumper, 15-footer, off the back rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, offensive board, controlled by Fahm. Heidemann, again, straight away, this time off the mark. Rebound goes to Billings. Shot clock turned off. Fever with a possession, and Clark gets fouled. It was a foul to give, 14.3 left to go. He got bumped into right past midcourt from behind. They're making it physical tonight for Caitlin Clark. 14 points in 16 minutes tonight for Clark. Inbounds goes to Mitchell. 10 seconds left to go. Kelsey Mitchell, edge of the midcourt logo. Mitchell towards her left. Final seconds. Mitchell launches the three. Kelsey Mitchell, splash at the buzzer. Bang, sizzles it. Trifecta, nothing but net by Kelsey Mitchell. 58-47. A step back off the crossover. Right over Jada Melbourne, a stick down the triple at the buzzer. Major three to enter halftime with a double-digit lead, 58-47 for the Indiana Fever. Pure butter right there by Kelsey Mitchell. That's just an insane shot. Big time off the crossover. Kelsey Mitchell, first made three tonight, gets her up to 8 points. Major shot right there. 58-47 going into halftime. Sophie Cunningham was dropping down haymakers in the first half. Getting an interview right now going into halftime. She had 11 points and had 11 points in the first 4 minutes that she played. And she's got 11 points now in 11 minutes total in the first half for Cunningham. Big X factor off the bench. She is a plus 12 on the floor. Caitlin Clark, 14 points, plus 13. Monique Billings been big time so far, filling in, playing a lot more minutes with the absence due to Aaliyah Boston. 12 points tonight, 7 rebounds. 3 of those offensive rebounds by Billings. Boston, before she went down with injury, had 11. And Mitchell with that 3 up to 8. All right, one half in the books. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Atisha Heidemann, 16 for Seattle. She is the leading scorer. Everybody else with 6 or 7 or below after that. Vlade Johnson is 7. Fever just got to take care of the basketball for them. They had a bunch of turnovers in that second quarter. They had 8 turnovers in the second quarter. They have 9 turnovers. Seattle with just 1 turnover. Luckily, the points off turnover is only 8-2. It's not like something dramatic, like it's 20-2 or something. So that's key there. That those haven't been live ball turnovers. That's been transitioned into points. One thing the Fever done key so far today, they've just been so good from the floor. 54% shooting. They're 7 for 11 from 3. Like, that's insane. And they're taking on the top perimeter defense in the league, being Seattle. Like, I was shocked to see that myself. Seattle is limiting opponents to shoot 30% from 3 this year. And that is the top perimeter defense and percentage, which comes from the worst team in the league. Fever just having their way today. 7 for 11 from 3, perfect 13 for 13 at the free throw line. 21-13 in rebounds. Defensive rebounds, big story tonight, 16-7. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. With e-bike and your setup, you got. See what else is going on tonight. Couple of games have gone final. Minnesota Lynx, they're rolling 100-93 over the Toronto Tempo. Washington Mystics, winners tonight over the Connecticut Sun, 92-84. LA Sparks up against the New York Liberty, 48-43. That would go down as a big upset tonight. LA's lost 5 straight games in a row. Las Vegas Aces leading the Portland Fire, 41-33. Bunch of late night games tonight. A lot of those games going out west. This game's at Seattle, Las Vegas, LA. So that's why there's 3 games going on in the nightcap tonight at night. Nothing yet with Aaliyah Boston. Does not look good though. It's put out that Aaliyah Boston knee injury. Only thing that was put out says headed to the locker room. So there's no status after that about Boston. It'll probably be a status like once we start the second half, probably. All right, so right now we're just at halftime. Thanks all for waiting here. Should be starting off the second half a couple minutes from now. Fever looking good though. That was a huge shot that Kelsey Mitchell made right before halftime. Just 101 crossover off a step back 3 over one defender. Able to bury a 3 at the buzzer. Just humongous shot because Seattle was creeping back into the game, and that's not what you want to do for the Fever tonight. Is to give your opponents, who's the home team, any signs of hope. And Seattle was getting that. They had cut it down to a 2-possession game. They were trailing as many by 20. And then all of a sudden, last couple possessions, Fever able to score. And then Mitchell buried that jumper at the wing. It was going to be an 8-point game going into halftime. This should have been a 55-47 game, and then she made it on that shot. So such a huge shot to put her team up by 11. Fever just put out on their Twitter page, Aaliyah Boston right lower leg is questionable to return to tonight's game. That's not that bad since it's a questionable designation. Much better than saying out. That's clearly what I thought it would have said was out. Yep, so Bradley right on cue there. He's got it out in the chats. Yeah, so hopefully that's a good sign because they're gonna need Boston. Like, if she misses a significant amount of time, that is not good. Um, because they need her rim protection. And also, she's the number 3 scorer on the team, top front court player, um, scoring wise behind Mitchell and Clark. What she's done this year has been incredible, just stretching out the floor. Like, she's coming off a career year, like shooting 45% plus from 3. I think she's leading the league in perimeter shooting. Whereas, like, her first 3 seasons in the league, she didn't make too many threes, and then this year just expanded her game, just going off from 3-point range this year for her. Yeah, this year she already made 33s. She made 19 combined in her first 3 years. This year she's shooting 47% from 3. That's insane. Seattle trying to battle back in this matchup. They are the home team. Indiana on a tear. 7-2 in their last 9 games for the Fever. 8-4 in their previous 12. Winners of 3 straight games. This should be a win tonight on paper for Indiana, but a key loss with Aaliyah Boston. Good sign that she is questionable to return in the second half with a right lower leg injury. So she is not completely out tonight, but Indiana, nevertheless, an 11-point lead. Seattle was trying to cut it down. They got it to a 2-possession game, made it really interesting, and then Indiana was able to get it up by 11 right before intermission at the buzzer. Kelsey Mitchell, the buzzer beater 3. Caitlin Clark playing hungry so far tonight. 14 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. She does have 5 turnovers. Just have to take care of the basketball. They had 8 turnovers that last quarter. Just got to settle down into the game. I know they're the number 1 offense in points per game, but gonna make the right reads out on the floor because they had at one point they had like 3 straight turnovers in a row and they were just rushing everything. You get back to action. Storm right to left in the court with the opening possession. Jade Melbourne. Her pass broken up. Intercepted by Mitchell with a steal. Mitchell takes it up the floor. Eurostep attacks the rim. No good off the glass. Rebound. Secured by Seattle. Had the right idea. Just couldn't finish off that Eurostep. Flau'jae Johnson working their way on Clark inside the key. Turnaround jumper. No good off the back. Offensive rebound. Put back. Up and then off the glass. Scored by Johnson. No defense there to provide the box out for the Fever. Caitlin Clark on the floor alongside Mitchell Billings. Timpson getting some playing time in the place of the injured Aaliyah Boston. And Lexi Hall, that's the 5 in the court. Corner 3, no good off the mark. Missed by Mitchell. Rebound secured by Awa Pham for Seattle Storm. Pham on the floor alongside Johnson, who attacks the rack. No good. Got fouled. Jade Melbourne also in the court. Natisha Heidemann. And one other out there on the floor as well. That would be number 23 with Jordan Horston. 2 free throws coming up at the line. First one's good for Flau'jae Johnson. Second free throw is good. 13 points tonight by Johnson. She's behind Heidemann, who has 15, leading the way for Seattle. Jumper, Clark, top of the key, rips it down with a triple. Caitlin Clark, another laser from the perimeter. Her 3rd made 3 in the night. 17 right now for Clark. Heidemann from deep range, splash, delivers. 7-point game. Caitlin Clark at the right wing. Takes on the Heidemann. Spin cycle. Gets it. Passed her off the crossover. And a fouled. Got ripped down to the hardwood by Flau'jae Johnson. Picking up the reach and foul. Man, they are cooking from 3-point range today. 8 for 13. 62% from 3. Interestingly enough, the Seattle Storm ranked number 1 in the league coming into this game, allowing opponents to average just 30.3% from 3-point range. Inbound to Mitchell. Into the hands to Clark at the top. Clark dribbles up. Clark inside the key. A turnaround jumper. Mid-range. Connects on it. Caitlin Clark getting into a groove here, folks. 9-point lead for the Fever. Caitlin Clark, a point a minute tonight, 19 points in 19 minutes. Jordan Horston backed her way. Jumper over Billings, off the rim, short to rebound, secured by Billings. Caitlin Clark past the timeline. Clark at the wing. Push pass outside the hole. Turns the corner off the drive. Hole mid-range. No good. Off the back rim too long. A rebound. Back over to the Storm as they push tempo. Jay Melbourne leaves it outside. Back into the hands to Natisha Heidemann. Finds Melbourne at the wing. Melbourne working their way deep free throw circle. Broke it up. Intercepted by Clark. Bad pass there by Seattle. They made them pay. Clark off the up fake. Slides it off to Mitchell. Back into the hands to Clark. Caitlin Clark taking on one defender. Working on Melbourne. Having their matchup on Melbourne today. Gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark took a hard tumble to the hardwood right next to the stanchion. I believe she is okay. Really hard tumble. They're showing some replays, and hopefully she'll be able to get helped out back up to her feet. She does. So Caitlin Clark, 2 free throws coming up at the line. Jade Melbourne has been getting destroyed defensively today. Kelsey Mitchell drilled a 3 over Melbourne at the buzzer. Caitlin Clark had her previous 3-point make over Melbourne. Jade Melbourne, interestingly enough, she is 0 for a box plus minus on the floor tonight. Been some minuses off the bench. Minus 12 with Zaya Cook. Minus 10 with Katie Lou Samuelson. And Clark buries both free throws. 21 tonight by Caitlin Clark. She has scored 7 straight points in a row for the Fever. Natisha Heidemann inside the key. Off balance shot. No good. Fouled. It's on Mitchell who picks up the personal. Two free throws coming up with the line by Natisha Heidemann. Heidemann tonight with 18. First one's good. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys be a part here on the channel tonight. Second free throw off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by Hall. Fever by 10 with possession. Kelsey Mitchell, top of the free throw circle. Into the hands to Timpson. Hand off Mitchell. Mitchell towards her left. Turns the corner. Dribble. Drive. Runner left short. Tipped up to Heidemann for the defensive rebound. She races up the floor. Takes on the hole. Kick out corner. 3-point shot in the making. Got it. Zia Cook buries it off the assist by Heidemann. 7-point game right now in Seattle's home building. Caitlin Clark. She's got 21, looking for 24. Step back 3, missed off the rim short. Rebound goes to Heidemann. Again, Heidemann pushing tempo. Heidemann off balance. Runner drills the 2. Natisha Heidemann cuts it down to 5. Timeout in the court by Indiana. 65-60. Some insane shot making going on by Natisha Heidemann of Seattle, getting into the float game, getting into off balance production. We got a game. Damn, the Fever getting cut up off dribble drive penetration, just allowing Heidemann to just burst up the floor. They're struggling to get back defensively, getting set back as a team, having a difficult time. Natisha Heidemann, 21 points right now for Seattle. Flajay Johnson with 13. They're also without their top player tonight. Injured, not available, an 8.5-point underdog without Dominique Malonga tonight. Man, Natisha Heidemann looking like she's like Jeremy Sohan 2.0 right now, except she has shot making. That's based on like the turquoise hair that she has on the floor. She's got some really good games lately. Looking up her game log right now. 31 against Washington on July 12th. She had 19 the first game against Indiana. Second game, 15. Caitlin Clark with 21, 12 by Billings. Boston, before she got injured, she had 11. Mitchell only with 8 tonight, though. Yeah, taking a lot of tough shots by Kelsey Mitchell. Just can't make them tonight. 3 for 10. If you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now at a timeout. Turned out to be a really good game. Like, if you're just joining in, there was a 20-point lead at one point in the first half by the Fever. They led by 11 at halftime. Seattle's on a 13-7 run to start off the third. Yeah, definitely a wake-up call for the Fever. Yeah, it's time for Caitlin Clark to go off. And Kelsey Mitchell going to have to step up in a big way right now. Their defense was locked in the first quarter. Indiana outscores Seattle 37-20 in the first quarter. Start off really nicely defensively. All of a sudden, they just have not looked the part. We get back to action. Fever with possession left to right on the court. Caitlin Clark. Bounce pass goes over to Mitchell. Mitchell off the screener, set by Timpson at the wing. Mitchell, a lob to Timpson at the elbow. Michaela Timpson on the floor alongside Lexi Hull and Monique Billings, and Timpson turns it over. So Michaela Timpson lost it out of bounds, and it's been a turnover nightmare second quarter and beyond for Indiana. Just 3 turnovers by Seattle. Indiana, they had them statted as 9 going into halftime. They're statted as 7 right now. They took away a couple of those turnovers. Jumpers good from the perimeter. Seattle just buried a 3. 9-zip run in a 90-second span. It's only a 2-point game. Under 6 minutes left to go in the third. Caitlin Clark pressured in the backcourt. Clark crossing the timeline, takes on Zia Cook. Towards her right off the dribble. Clark. Still one-on-one guarded by Cook. Clark dribbles up. Free toe circle. 17-footer. Drills it. Caitlin Clark with a step back J. 4-point lead for Indiana. 23 in the game. 9 this quarter. Seattle has possession. Cook slides it off to Heidemann. Heidemann been taken over. She's got 21 leading the team. And Atisha Heidemann push pass out on top. Thinking about the step back. She'll put up a wild shot off the pivot. And it's short. And a shot clock violation by Pham. Back it will go to the Fever. Inbound goes to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell at the wing, slides it off to Clark. Caitlin Clark taking on the big with Awa Pham. Gets past her off the dribble. Spin cycle at the elbow. Sends it on top into the hands to Maisha Hines Allen, the big body. Number 2 right now on the floor, 6'2", 200 pounds for the rookie from Louisville. Mitchell inside the key, contacted and fouled. And 2 free throws coming up at the line for Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell going dancing right on Awa Pham. They were trying to get the tie up there. The defender come in right in front of Pham, but couldn't get the tie up according to the referees. Mitchell just 8 points tonight in 23 minutes. They've been so key at the free throw line tonight. First free throw. It's good. Perfect as a team, 15 for 15. Yeah, every single one of those points matters. Like, this is huge. WNBA team shooting perfect 16 for 16. Second free throw is good at the line. That's just incredible. 69-63. This is a game where it looks like free throws and three-point shot making has won them the game tonight if they can hold the course and stay out in front. Heidemann sends it on top to Melbourne. Jada Melbourne sends it out towards her left into the hands of Cook. Turns the corner. Jumper off balance. No good. Mid-range. Fouled. And it's on Caitlin Clark. So 2 free throws coming up at the line. First shot's good. That was made by Zia Cook, number 7. Hey, what's good? I want more cash in the stream. Welcome in. Second free throw skipped around the rim and out. Rebound went to Lexi Hall. Beg my pardon. That's Sophie Cunningham. First time on the floor. Clark going up. Blocked. Fouled. 2 free throws at the line for Caitlin Clark. Good to see. She's getting the calls tonight. Caitlin Clark at the free throw line. Perfect. 6 for 6. Coming up shooting 2 free throws. And she got clobbered at the back end of that play. Didn't need to do that. Wafam came in. Late challenge. Knocked down Caitlin Clark. She did not need to do that. All she needed to do is just have a clean double team defensively. It looked like Caitlin Clark would have missed that layup attempt. First free throw is good. 24 tonight by Clark. She is averaging 33 points per game against the Storm this season. Second free throw is good. She's got 24 points right now. You got 25 in the game as she made that last one. 7-point game approaching 4 minutes left to play in the third. Caitlin Clark, 4 assists to 4 turnovers tonight. Yeah, not the best game playmaking for her. Bounce pass, cutter, backdoor, no good. Missed off the mark by Heidemann. Rebound back to the Fever. Racing up the floor, Cunningham finds Clark. Back outside, Cunningham, corner 3, no good. Over the cylinder. And Melbourne trying to box out Maisha Hines-Allen. Heads up play. It's going to be Fever basketball. Maisha Hines-Allen able to tap it off Jade Melbourne at the baseline out of bounds. That is so key to get this ball back for the Fever. Inbound to the wing. A jumper. Mitchell. No good off the mark. Rebound. Snatched by Seattle. Had the right idea. Just hasn't been able to make her shots tonight for Kelsey Mitchell. Off the roller. Finding Ava Pham. Kick out, quarter 3, and Melbourne left it short. Offensive rebound right back to Melbourne. Melbourne attacks the paint, missed the layup off the glass. Rebounds to Hines-Allen. And Indiana will slow it down. Caitlin Clark past the timeline. At the wing, takes the 3. Caitlin Clark buries the triple. Coming off the screen to pop it up and sizzling the 3, putting her team up by 10. 74-64. Timeout on the court taken by Seattle. 14 this quarter. She's got 28 in the game for Caitlin Clark. That's what superstars do. Show up in a big way. When another player from your team goes down, Caitlin Clark rising up on fire offensively tonight. Over a point a minute. 28 points in 24 minutes. 4 for 6 from 3. Plus 11 on the floor. That is number 2 in the game for box plus minus behind their teammate Sophie Cunningham, who's been the X factor tonight. A plus 16 on the floor with 11 points in 13 minutes. First quarter, Clark had 14. Second quarter, 0. Third quarter, 14. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys in the channel tonight. And she has been shining big time for Caitlin Clark lately. We get back to action. 10-point game, 3 minutes left to go in the third. Natisha Heidemann, runner, off balance, no good off the mark. Offensive rebound, controlled by Dolson. And it was fouled off a reach and charge to Billings. Not yet in the bonus for Seattle. Heidemann off the double team. Started double Heidemann now as she's been the go-to for Seattle. 3 in the timer. Gonna have to force another player to beat the Fever defense. Excellent defense, but a Fever, but an even better shot. That gets drilled. Zia Cook. Houdini-like straight away from the top of the key. The shot clock winding down. Drills the triple. Well, how in the world does she do that? That's a tough shot. Contested as well. Caitlin Clark, step back three off the rim, no good. Snatched on the rebound, controlled by Lou Samuelson. Storm down by 7. Heidemann dribbles back out to the top of the key. Takes the three off the back rim, no good. And she got fouled. Terrible foul by Billings. This will send Natisha Heidemann to the free throw line to shoot 3 free throws. Both feet were behind the 3-point line. Yeah, that's a tough call. First of all, the 3 that was made by Zia Cook, and then foul by Billings, just going into the landing zone when it was unneeded. She was late in the closeout. Did not need to do that. And now this is being looked at the monitor under review because she didn't get any sort of the shooting hand or shooting arm of Natisha Heidemann. She got her shoe in the landing zone. Landed too far forward. So this is right now being looked at the monitor. If you guys are just joining in, here's the top players of the night. Caitlin Clark, 28 points in 25 minutes. They are perfect as a team. That's what's won Indiana the game tonight. They are perfect, 19 for 19 at the free throw line. I mean, that's incredible for a WNBA game. 8 for 13 from the floor by Clark, 4 for 7 from 3, perfect 8 for 8 at the charity stripe. 5 players, double figures for the Fever so far tonight. Monique Billings, 12 points, 8 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, 11 points, got injured in the second quarter. Questionable to return due to a knee injury. It looked pretty bad when she got injured today. Kelsey Mitchell struggling, just 10 points for her. That's well below what she's averaging at 23.3. Number 2 scored a league, shooting just 3 for 11 tonight. Off the bench, though, Sophie Cunningham making a major impact. X Factor type of player tonight. 11 points came in, and she was a spark plug in the first quarter coming off the bench. Natisha Heidemann's done damage tonight for Seattle. Heidemann, 21 points, 3 made threes. Blajay Johnson with 13 for the Storm. So Monique Billings was charged on the foul, and that was under review. Replay supports call to stands, and Natisha Heidemann will have 3 free throws at the line. First one's good. So Natisha Heidemann was fouled from behind the arc by Monique Billings. Second free throw is good. Monique Billings is going to substitute out. She checks out of the game. Number 52, Taisha Harris comes in. 3 free throws all go down. 24 in the game by Heidemann. It's a 4-point game. Seattle just 6-23, dead last in the WNBA. Hanging in against the number 5 team in the league, 17-10 record for the Indiana Fever. Timpson sends it off to Hines Allen. Hines Allen tiptoes the baseline. Bounce pass off to Clark inside the key. Shovel pass. Hines Allen takes it with a shot clock down to 0. Couldn't get it off in time. It's a shot clock violation. That's one that Caitlin Clark has to take instead of making the extra pass. Needs to be aggressive, pull up for a mid-range shot. Decides to make an extra pass out to the wing with 1 second on the shot clock. Just too little, too late. Not enough time to get off a shot in time. Heidemann, jumper, straight away, left short to rebound, controlled by Clark. Caitlin Clark on the floor, alongside Hines Allen, Himpson, Sophie Cunningham, and Tyasha Harris. Clark at the wing, 10 in the timer. Gets it away off to Maisha Hines Allen. Hines Allen at the mid block. Finds Harris. Harris pulls up straight away off the back rim too long. It's tipped up at midcourt. Basketball to Seattle. Natisha Heidemann has done damage tonight. Katie Lou Samuelson. Hand off to Zia Cook. Cook towards the left off the dribble. Zia Cook dribbles, drives, penetrates the paint. No good off the glass. Tattoo strong. Lou Samuelson, or that's Dolson who saved it for the offensive rebound. Shovel pass, quarter, 3. Seattle looking to pull within 1. They couldn't. Out of bounds. It went off the Fever. Battling for the rebounds. 74-70. 37 seconds left to go in the third. Inbound to the corner. 10 on the shot clock for Seattle. Lob goes to the elbow. Stephanie Dolson had possession and a foul. Charged I think they're going to get Indiana here with Tyasha Harris. Yeah, trying to come around the screen, knocking down Zia Cook. In the process, both of these teams in the bonus as well. Begging my pardon, that's going to be an offensive foul. So offensive foul charged to Seattle, resulting in the turnover. So referees rolled it, an illegal screen set by the Storm. Fever have possession. Pass midcourt with Harris. 24 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 9-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Clark, tough shot, no good. And fouled. Caitlin Clark, 2 shots coming up with a free throw line. 18.9 seconds remaining in the third. Few free throws by Clark. First one's good. Natisha Heidemann with 24 for Seattle. Dueling with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, 29, buries the free throw. 76-70. Final 18 seconds left to go to close out the end of 3. Shot clock turned off. Seattle with possession. Flau'jae Johnson dribbles up inside. Akia took the jumper, no good, left short. Now is number 7, actually, Zia Cook. And Cook will head to the free throw line, shoot 2. So 3.8 left to go in the third. Oh, yeah, Caitlin Clark, push foul. Defending Cook, and Cook will have 2 free throws in the bonus. First one's good. 30 points right now for Caitlin Clark. She's got 16 this quarter. It's her 4th 30-point game of the season. Second free throw is good. This is right now an interesting game. Inbound, up the floor, jumper at the buzzer, missed off the mark by Timpson as we close out. At the end of 3. Seattle dead last in the WNBA, 6-23. They are playing the number 5 team incredibly tough tonight. Indiana, 17-10 overall, as we are through 3 quarters. In the books in this game, Caitlin Clark, she is carrying, has over a third of the team's points, 30 out of the 76 through 3 quarters. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. What a game tonight. Going down here between the Fever and the Storm. Thing that's been incredible tonight for the Indiana Fever. They are 21 for 21 at the free throw line. Just going to take care of the basketball. That's been the Achilles heel. Has been the turnover bug. 7 turnovers. It seems like a lot more than 7. Just 4 turnovers by the Seattle Storm. Wow, they got the pregame stats for Caitlin Clark from 3 before this game. She went 53 for 64 shooting threes in the pregame. Wow, I wonder who had to keep track of that. Caitlin Clark balling out tonight, carrying Indiana. 16 points in the third quarter by Clark. The rest of the team had just 2. Here we go. Starts of the fourth quarter as we get back to action. Left to right on the court. Indiana with an opening possession. Kelsey Mitchell sends it on top into the hands to Tyasha Harris. Maisha Hines-Allen also on the floor. Back to Harris at the wing. Michaela Timpson and Sophie Cunningham. The 5 of the floor. Swash. It is good. Straight away from the top of the key by Maisha Hines-Allen. Humongous 3 to put her team winning 7. They are red hot from the perimeter, 10 for 20. From three-point range, the Fever also a perfect 21 for 21 at the free throw line tonight. Every single one of those points critical. Layup behind the defense is good. Jade Melbourne up and in off the window. Fever jumper straight away again. It's good. Indiana buries the triple. Kelsey Mitchell lights it up from the outside on a straightaway shot right from the top of the key. 82-74. Over 50%, 11 for 21 tonight from three-point range. Jumpers are good right back by Seattle. That was a laser off a deep 2J. Hines-Allen at the wing. Handoff. Mitchell. Jumper. Oh, she drills it. Kelsey Mitchell. Trifecta from the perimeter. Kelsey Mitchell heating up right now with a bunch. 16 by Mitchell. Third main 3 tonight. Storm with possession. Melbourne finds her teammate driving, attacking, downhill to the cup. No good. Missed the layup by Awa Pham. She's out of the play. Numbers for the Fever. Swung down low to the trailer. Couldn't finish. Missing the layup off the back rim by Hines-Allen. Back it goes to Seattle. Up the floor, attacking with Melbourne. Back outside, top of the key. Lou Samuelson from deep. Missed off the mark. A rebound secured by Hines-Allen. Ayasha Harris, bounce pass, not to the player that she wanted it to. A picked off, spin cycle, mid-range, no good off the back rim, missed by Cook. Offensive rebound maintained by Dolson. Outside, came up short on the pull-up by Melbourne out of bounds. What a game tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Right now, Caitlin Clark on the bench. Just getting a breather. She carried her team, scored 16 points out of the 18 total for the Fever in the third quarter. She's got 30 in the game for Caitlin Clark. Right now, it's Kelsey Mitchell on the floor alongside Tyasha Harris, Maisha Hines-Allen, Monique Billings, and Sophie Cunningham. Offensive foul. Charge to Indiana away from the basketball. They set an illegal screen. Yeah, a lot of jostling going on between Mitchell and Melbourne, and Mitchell was the guilty party called in the foul. She's got to be careful rest of this game. Kelsey Mitchell alongside her teammate Monique Billings, each with 4 personal fouls tonight. Bounce pass underneath and no good, missed off the glass, too strong by Awa Pham. Back it goes to Indiana, up by 9 with possession. Mitchell at the left wing. We're down to 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Kelsey Mitchell, 18-footer. She's got it. Able to bury the J for Mitchell. 11-point lead, 87-76. Corner jumper, no good off the back or misfired off. It's a rebound. Put back is good. Up and in off the window. Plus the foul. And one covered up at the line by Flaw J. Johnson. Humongous putback. That's a huge putback. Just got tapped up to the wrong player. Just a mental mistake there. Rich Hayasha Harris just tipped the ball to the wrong player. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys join in here, be a part on the channel tonight. Free throw is good. 87-79. Caitlin Clark right now back on the floor playing with 30 points. Kelsey Mitchell, top of the key for Indiana with possession. Mitchell towards her left. Bounce pass off the roller. Open layup. It is good. Up and in off the window. Scored by Hines-Allen. Right place, right time to roll right down to the hoop. Natisha Heidemann. Step back three over Mitchell. High arcer left off the rim short. Battle for the rebound. Tipped over to Melbourne. Flau'jae Johnson, 8 on the shot clock, finds Melbourne at the wing. So we're down to 6 minutes left to go in the fourth. Outside, Johnson, pull up from deep. Johnson left short, offensive rebound, hauled in by Dolson. 10 on the shot clock here for Seattle. Natisha Heidemann finds her teammates driving, attacking, no good. Out of control is Johnson as she missed the layup, rejected off the bottom part of the rim. Up the floor, Clark. Clark attacks, swings it out, corner, three. Cunningham off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, chance here for the putback, couldn't finish by Hines Allen, and it goes back over to Seattle. Heidemann up the floor. Off to Melbourne and slides it outside. Heidemann, three-point shot. Heidemann buries it. 6-23 Seattle. Hanging in right now, down by 7 in the late stretch of this game, and we get a foul. That's going to be on Melbourne. Clock stopped with 5:12 left to go in regulation. We're going to go to a timeout on the floor. What a game tonight. 5:12 left to go in the fourth quarter. 7-point lead for the Fever. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a game tonight. Caitlin Clark with 30 points. Kelsey Mitchell, 18. Cunningham off the bench with 11. Billings is 12. Monique Billings, double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds tonight. On the other side, Natisha Heidemann, keeping her team right in it. 27 points by Heidemann with 4 made threes. Flau'jae Johnson, 16. Zia Cook with 10. Just incredible for the Fever that if they win this game tonight, not only they were lights out from 3 at 12 for 23, but you got to look what they did tonight at the free throw line. This is incredibly impressive. Indiana with 0 missed free throws. Basically midway into the fourth quarter. They are 21 for 21 at the line. 75% for the Storm, 18 for 24 tonight at the line. Seattle struggling to make threes, 8 for 28, 29%. Yeah, this Seattle Storm team, they're not playing bad. They're without their leading scorer tonight, who is not playing, with Dominique Malanga. She's the top scorer, top rebounder. Yeah, you look at the records. Based on the records, you would think that Indiana would blow out this team, but I looked at the stats of Seattle. Seattle doesn't really have any terrible stats. It's not like the Connecticut Sun where they just can't score. They're kind of like mid-pack everything. I'm looking at like Seattle, how they've done this year. I see a bunch of like close losses. They just can't win games in the clutch. Seattle's lost 6 in a row. 86-76 against Minnesota. And then they lost the previous game against Minnesota, July 20th, 105-102. They lost against the Fever at Indiana, 110-107. July 17th with a previous meeting. Lost at Chicago, 95-90. Lost at Washington, 84-79. Lost against Atlanta, 89-78. So they've lost 6 in a row. 4 of those games by 2 possessions. 77-72 loss against Portland. They haven't got blown out since July 2nd. 90-67 against Phoenix. They haven't got blown out that much this year. Only a couple times. Dallas 79-56. Minnesota 88-68. 93-73 Phoenix. And then Phoenix again 90-67. So they've lost 23 times. They've only got blown out 4 times by like a 20-plus point margin. They've got a couple times they've lost by like between 10 and 15, but it's just a bunch of close losses. They haven't been able to pull out games in the clutch. First free throw is good. Second shot's good by Mitchell. 91-82 as we are down to 5 minutes left to go in the fourth. Heidemann sends it back outside into the hands to Johnson. Lou Samuelson off to the baseline to Flau'jae Johnson. Baseline dribble. Johnson, no good off the glass. Tipped up and tapped out of bounds. And it went off of Seattle. Huge defensive stop. Indiana started to swarm defensively. An opportunity for Caitlin Clark and the offense to slow it down. Clark with possession. Hounded by Flau'jae Johnson. Past the midcourt logo. Into the hands to Kelsey Mitchell. Burst of speed. Attack of the rim. Mitchell right to the rim. Scores. Up and off the window. Kelsey Mitchell. Big time layup. She has really been able to come alive here this fourth quarter. Heidemann at the wing takes on Clark. Heidemann drives. Runner. Off the back rim. No good. Offensive board controlled by Fahm. Heidemann. Cross court connects with Horston. Horston's three off the rim, no good. A long rebound secured by Clark. Caitlin Clark outlet pass. One dribble. Scored a two. Behind the defense. Up and in off the window by Michaela Timpson. Start to pull away right now for Indiana. Seattle is hanging in, just the inability to make a three at 4 for 16. And they drilled that one though from the corner. Stephanie Dolson lets it rock. 10-point game. Just feel like they got to make a couple more threes in their system. 95-85, we head to the timeout. What a game. Yeah, very competitive tonight. Big props to Seattle. The league's worst record in the WNBA. Doesn't feel that way with how they played tonight. Plus, they're without their top player, who's not playing today, with Dominique Malanga. If you enjoyed the stream tonight, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate y'all for being a part here on the channel tonight. Caitlin Clark leading the way with 30 points. Kelsey Mitchell, big fourth quarter. She has got 22 right now. Seattle led by Natisha Heidemann, 27. Flau'jae Johnson with 16. Caitlin Clark with her 9th career 30.5 assist game. That's the most in franchise history. "30 points with 6 assists tonight for Caitlin Clark. 10-point lead by the Fever, 3:45 Left to go in action. As the Fever have the basketball off the inbound, left to right on the floor for Indiana, Caitlin Clark. On the court alongside Kelsey Mitchell, Michaela Timpson, Monique Billings, and that's Sophie Cunningham. A splash. 3-point shot gets buried. Kelsey Mitchell having a big fourth quarter, drills another triple. 98-85. That looks like it could very well be the dagger tonight. 15 this quarter, 25 in the game by Mitchell. She started off the game really slow, and then in the second half, especially this fourth quarter, just took over. 15 in the fourth. Hey, let's get that membership hype for Warren. Appreciate it, man, with a membership hype. 98-85. 3:15 left to go in the fourth. Bounce pass from Heidemann to the mid-block. Off the pivot, putting up the shot. No good off the mark, missed by a Wafam. The rebound secured by Indiana. Down to 3 minutes left. Pass midcourt Cunningham. Hand off Clark. Clark at the wing. Caitlin Clark. Take it on Jordan Horston. Out to the corner Cunningham. Cunningham draws the reach-in foul. That's on Flo J. Johnson, who picks up the personal. It's now 5 fouls charged to Flo J. Johnson tonight as well. Mitchell, hungry for more. Mid-range off the rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Dolson. Gotta go if you're Seattle. She will with Heidemann, got it, plus the foul. It's a 3-point shot. She buried 4-point play incoming from Natisha Heidemann. Wow. That shot plus the foul has just changed the scope of the game. Kelsey Mitchell just picked up her 5th personal foul. So this is being looked at right now at the monitor because Kelsey Mitchell on the foul. Did she land into the landing area? Be upgraded to a flagrant if so. Wow, this is just a wild change of events right now. This was 98-85. Looking like Indiana was going to just cruise to victory. Seattle able to bury that 3 plus, get the foul call on a landing zone infraction charge to Kelsey Mitchell, who just picked up her 5th foul, and she's been completely taken over this fourth quarter. It's a huge call on the floor. Heidemann's been big time throughout this entire course of the game. 30 points tonight by Heidemann. She's going to have 1 free throw. Free throw rattled out. Rebound controlled by Billings. Fever with possession. Caitlin Clark gets it away. Pass midcourt with Billings. Into the hands to Clark. 12 of the timer. 2:25 left to go in the game clock. Kelsey Mitchell. Off a double team, Mitchell had it stripped, got it back. 3 in the shot clock, has to launch. Mitchell drives right past the group of defenders, right to the rim, count it, and 1. Covered up with a free throw line by Kelsey Mitchell. You gotta be kidding me. 3 seconds on the shot clock from the perimeter. Basically, what she would need to do on that possession was to jack up a 3. Looking like it's contested. Instead, Kelsey Mitchell at the last moment decides to cut through the teeth of the defense and she scores an incredible layup plus got fouled. Free throw is good. 101-88. That's an incredible basket by Mitchell. Jumper, swoosh. Natisha Heidemann ain't done just yet. Buries another three. 101-91. Hopefully you took the over in this game. Clark scored some more. 32 by Caitlin Clark. 1:45 left to go. Seattle with possession. Awafam. To the hands at the wing of her teammate, finds Fam passing, backdoor cutter, scoring. Jordan Horston up and off the window with a 2. Caitlin Clark will slow down tempo. Off the double team around the edge of the midcourt logo. And a timeout taken on the court by Stephanie White for the Fever. 103-93. Indiana, so clutch tonight at the free throw line. 24 for 24. Let's see, I just typed in best free throw percentage going perfect at the free throw line in a WNBA game. As a team, I want. It's incredible what AI can do for researching. Kelsey Mitchell, 28 points. She went into halftime with 8. She got 18 this quarter. This has to be a record. Right now, Indiana's a perfect 24 for 24 at the free throw line. I just tried to see if there was any updates on that. It looks like WNBA does not officially track or publicize a standalone team record for the most free throw makes in a single game with a 100% completion rate. Record for highest team free throw percentage in a game more than 30 attempts, 34 out of 35 at the line, was by the Las Vegas Aces in 2022 against the New York Liberty at 97.1%. And Clark went down hard in the previous play. She's back up on her feet, though. Had the ball poke loose, got it back. Clark inbounds, off to Mitchell. Back outside, finds Billings top of the key. Looking for Caitlin Clark. Billings towards her left off the dribble. The handoffs just keep on getting denied to Clark. Found Cunningham, but called it a turnover. So turnover, charge to Indiana. Down to the final minute left to go in regulation. Natisha Heidemann having a big game, broken up by Clark to the backcourts. Kicked ball violation. Seattle down by 10 with possession. Natisha Heidemann at the right wing perimeter. Towards her left off the dribble. Bounce pass, cut it away to Dolson. Outside, teeing up the three. No good off the mark. Missed by Horsted off. It's a rebound. Controlled by Pham. Pham going up. Got it blocked. And was fouled. 42.1 seconds left. And it's called on Michaela Timpson, who is not happy about the call. Yeah, no problem. Have a nice night, Jeffrey. Yeah, this game's late. Almost midnight. Free throws are good. Clark inbounds. Back into the hands to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark signaling the offense to move further down the floor as her pass gets broken up out of bounds off the hands of Heidemann. Inbound top of the key. Handoff back to Clark and bumped into and fouled was Billings. That was by Pham. Not a good foul call there. 30 seconds left. They're in a bonus. Two free throws at the line from Monique Billings. First one's good. Second free throw is good. 105-95. Timeout by Seattle. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell put on a show tonight. 32 by Clark, 28 by Mitchell. Clark had a big first and third quarter. Mitchell had a humongous fourth quarter. Mitchell had just 10 points going into the fourth. Scored in 18 points here in the fourth quarter. That's huge because she scored 18 out of 29 in quarter four. Seattle jumper at the wing. No good off the mark, off the inbound. The rebound goes to Mitchell. Just trying to play keep away right now. Mitchell racing past the midcourt logo, gets it away into the hands to Billings, and Billings called in a turnover. Wow, offensive foul. Or no, beg my pardon, timeout taken. Okay, I was going to say, they were walking back to the other side of the floor. They did get the timeout off in time, so it is a timeout taken by Stephanie White. They had a timeout to burn. Final timeout taken by Stephanie White in Indiana. That's incredible. 26 for 26 tonight at the free throw line. Down to 16 seconds left. Sophie Cunningham, far side front court. She'll be the inbound passer. 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock to close out the end of regulation. Caitlin Clark gets the inbounds, and she will just take a shot clock violation here. So it'll take us down to 2.9 or 3.3 left to go on the game clock. Big time game, both out of Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. Combined for 60 total points between the duo tonight out of 105 for Indiana. Seattle off the inbound. They'll just hold it and let the clock run, and this game goes final. Most of the game without Aaliyah Boston, but nevertheless, Indiana Fever tonight found a way to win. 9-3 record since June 22nd. That's the third best in the WNBA. The Fever have now won 4 straight games in a row, and they are now 8-2 in their previous 10 games. 32 by Caitlin Clark. Perfect 10 for 10 at the free throw line. Kelsey Mitchell scored 18 points in the fourth quarter, finished with 28 in the game. Those two went off combined for 60 to close out this matchup tonight in a 10-point victory, 105-95. A super explosive offense for Indiana. They are carving up their opponents left and right with their total team offense. They let it rain from the perimeter tonight. 13 for 24 from three-point range at 54%. Here's the most just incredible stats about this game tonight. This team is playoff ready. When you shoot the ball 26 for 26 at the free throw line, that's insane. Perfect 26 for 26 tonight at the line. Clark went 10 for 10. Billings and Mitchell went 6 for 6. 2 for 2 each by Boston and Cunningham tonight. On the other side, Natisha Heidemann gave the Fever a run for its money tonight. 33 points in 33 minutes, 6 for 10 from the perimeter by Heidemann. Not enough, though, for the Seattle Storm, but nevertheless, the Indiana Fever are able to pick up the victory. Thanks all for joining in, being a part on the stream tonight, and we're going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, John, Michael Bradley, Joe Lonely Satellite, Warren the Naja Player, Norma Polson, Kelly Ogie, Russell Rydog, Asher's Fan for Life, Phil on the Prowl, I Am Ghost, Ian Edith, Ice Ice Baby, XX Dev 5000s, the Apex Sports Network, Elaine, Akilo Pitts, Yvonne, Otamura, Tyreek, Jason, Nico Loco, Janet, NCC7 Enterprise, Martin, and Doug the Viking. Thanks for joining in, being a part in the stream tonight. Indiana Fever now have won 4 straight games in a row. They win 105-95 the final score. Caitlin Clark, 32 points. Kelsey Mitchell goes off for 28, including 18 in the fourth quarter to pick up the victory tonight for the Fever. Thanks for joining in, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.